Hey friends, it's Ursula's Revenge, and it's Roadmap Day. With the Halloween event wrapping up, it is time to look forward to the next couple of weeks in Jorvik to see what is happening, and it looks like this roadmap is actually for the next 5 weeks. Usually I pre-read the roadmaps, but I just didn't today, so you're just going to get my live reaction. So I'm going to read you the roadmap, we're going to dissect and analyze it a little bit, I'll do some racing in the background, and I hope you enjoy. By the way, I don't have any other horses to train, so we're going to be doing a shilling grind. And without any further ado, let's talk about week 1 on November 5th. Now it's November. After the hectic horrors of Halloween, we're starting this roadmap off with a calmer vibe. We've got a new Trailblazer inspired by cozy movie hangouts during cold and dark nights. It's the Trail of the Silver Screen. The Bazaar also returns this week. That's sudden. One thing we knew, one thing we didn't. We do know that the Trail of Silver Screens is coming. I don't know if we've seen spoilers for these outfits yet, but I'm really curious. There was an outfit that I saw spoiled that did remind me of Clueless, but it seemed like that was just a regular outfit that was going to be coming out. It is still an outfit that I very much want. Same with the other one that was spoiled alongside of it. But yeah, so it looks like it's going to be movie themed, but I'm not sure what the actual outfit we'll be looking forward to is. Though, I'm sure Star Stable will post their Trailblazer announcement post sometime this week before the next update, and worst case scenario, it's literally at this point less than a week away. Now, what's also interesting is that the monthly, well, it just says the Bazaar also returns this week. I'm assuming that, I just accidentally looked down the page and my suspicion is correct. This is not the only Bazaar this month, apparently, but we'll get more into that later. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, so I don't know which horses are going to be on Bazaar. Currently, right now, we have the Welsh Pony, the Self-Rancé, and who's the last one? And the Marwari. We know that, the Bazaar's only last week, so those are going to be gone by this time next week. I'm curious what horses are going to be on Bazaar next. I have my Bazaar spreadsheet. I think the Frisian could potentially go on sale because they released over a year ago. And there's still a handful that haven't been on sale since. North Swedish, my beloved. Not gonna lie, I was itching to buy another horse. But knowing that there's going to be a Bazaar next week, I think I'm going to wait and see what those horses are to see if it's any of the breeds that I was eyeing to buy in the future when they go on sale. So I guess that saves me a little bit. I have more thoughts on the Bazaar. We'll talk about them later, but let's move on to week 2. Week 2 on November 12th is a forest friend. Kind, enchanting, a Prince Charming in horse form, it's the Black Forest horse. This lovely horse comes in 7 different colors and touches down in Valedale. This huggable friend has one of the thickest manes we think Jorvik has ever seen. It also is accompanied by matching item sets to go along. Which sets are those? Okay, at this point I have no idea which outfits and what sets go with what anymore. I've seen like a couple of spoilers, not a whole lot through CC Creations, unfortunately. CC is like the most detailed when it comes to these events with like names and prices and where you can get them most likely. So I'm wondering if that information has just not been made available, which makes some of the other like clothing like spoilers that I've been seeing a little bit more confusing just because we don't really know where they're coming from or when we're getting them. But I digress. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting some more clothing items that go sort of in pair with these horses because maybe they're a little bit more for colder weather. But obviously the most important thing is that the Black Forest horse is coming to Valedale very soon, in 2 weeks. So maybe, okay, I've got more reasons to save my star coins. There's a Bazaar coming up, there's a new horse coming out. Shut up. Okay, sorry, I read ahead again. I cannot do that. Oh no. Oh no, my star coins. This is bad. Okay, Black Forest horse is very exciting. Okay, hold on. Okay, Black Forest horse is very exciting. I have also seen a spoiler for the Black Forest horse. I'm not gonna share it, but it looks like they have a bunch of really, really cool mane options. I haven't seen them yet. I've only seen the thumbnails. But it looks like we may be getting all mane styles with the potential to add a little foliage to the mane, which is really, really cute. But I cannot wait to meet them on the 12th. I am sure we're going to get official spoiler content on the Star Stable Instagram page with coat colors maybe, and like just like a little sneak peek look at them. I cannot wait. I am so excited. Additionally, We are also still looking forward to a blog post this month. That, honestly, I think it posts the last Friday of the month, which means we could potentially get it tomorrow, which would be awesome. And I'm wondering if it's going to be like a look into the development of the Black Forest horse, as well as maybe like a little Halloween event wrap-up, maybe Galloper storyline wrap-up, Cauldron wrap-up, like stuff like that. I'm very curious to know what's going to be in the blog post, and I kind of hope a little bit we're going to get some sneak peeks at the Black Forest horse, but we will find out. This is about the roadmap, not the blog. We'll find out when that happens. So far, I'm really excited. I love Trailblazers. We got a new horse coming out, and then there's the next one on November 19th. We're going all in with Indiana. The H&M Grand Prix is returning, and H&M All In is back. I've said this many times. I've said it on Instagram. I've said it like in a couple of videos. H&M All In is my biggest regret to not getting. And I was going to get him because of FOMO when he was about to retire. And then I didn't because I just kind of forgot. And then I regretted it ever since. And then I fell in love with the Belgian Warm Blood. And then I regretted it even more. The fact that H&M All In is coming back, I'm so, first of all, so shocked because they said it wasn't coming back. And honestly, so grateful because now I finally have a chance to get H&M All In, and I cannot wait. Now I can see people who have H&M All In be a little bit salty because they thought they had this exclusive horse and be mad that now other people are going to be able to get it. I get it. I don't care. I'm so excited. I want this horse so bad. Additionally, he is now accompanied by his fellow horse friend H&M Indiana. So it looks like we may be getting another horse. Okay, I've been watching like a lot of like Grand Prix and show jumping and cross country and eventing in general on YouTube, and I've been noticing like the way that they abbreviate the stud books, and I believe she's a Belgian Warmblood as well, so that could be very exciting. I need a double star coin weekend, as it turns out, because now I want potentially somebody who's on sale. It really depends if the North Swedish goes on sale. If the North Swedish goes on sale, then I'm going to be buying a North Swedish. I'm going to buy a Black Forest horse. I'm going to get H&M All In. I'm probably going to get H&M Indiana because I regretted not getting one last time. I didn't even finish reading the rest of the freaking week. Additionally, because I didn't even get to finish that week, a fitting new hub has now opened up by the Jorvik Stables Arena with a shop that contains a bunch of items from the H&M equestrian clothing line, all in equestrian. It does not say if these items are going to be permanent or if it's going to be temporary. We know previously the Grand Prix that they've hosted, there's also been like an H&M Grand Prix race that was like a daily that we could do. I'm hoping that also returns because I remember that being really good for experience and shillings. It was also just a fun race with like unique obstacles. Either way, I do hope that that comes back. I don't know if this is going to be permanent or time limited. Obviously, H&M All In was time limited the first time around. They've done a couple of these H&M horse events in the past that have all been time limited. So I'm not 100% sure how long this is going to last, if it is going to be permanent or if it's just going to be maybe like a couple months limited. We won't find out probably until that week. Maybe they'll give us a little bit more information. Another exciting week right after, on November 26th, a retrofitted batch. Oh, we already got the answers. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, it's time for another round of horses to get added to the new tax system. This time it's the Arabian Thoroughbred, the Morgan, and the Frisian. And they're also available in the Bazaar this week. Okay, the Arabian Thoroughbred, the Morgan, and the Frisian. It doesn't say the Jorvik Frisian. Would the Frisian not be fully retrofit? Or is it like another case of like the Jorvik Warmblood where the Jorvik Warmblood was retrofitted, but now it's been ported to a new system? Like if it was just old enough that it was before they started using the new system. Let me double check. Okay, so as far as the new Frisian horse that came out last year, they can wear all of the tack. I'm assuming the only thing that they can't wear is the items that were previously breed exclusive, like for the wild horses. So it looks like they're just moving that one over to the new tax system. The other two, I think they also make sense because I don't believe either of those, the Arabian or the Morgan, were somewhat more up to date. Oh, interesting. Yes, they are. Sort of. I usually judge whether or not they've been retrofit by whether or not they can wear a Numna. But I think maybe the Iberian saddle is more of a judge. The Morgan can wear the Numna, but not the Iberian saddle, as it turns out. But the Arabian can wear the Iberian saddle and the Numna, so I feel they're kind of in the same page as, like, the Frisian. So I feel like, once again, they have picked two horses that really didn't need to be that retrofit, and then one that could be a little bit more retrofit, but also was, like, mostly okay. I don't know. I really wish that they would pick horses that needed a lot more help. Again, maybe they're just going with what's easiest first, because this is, the second retrofit in 3 months, so they are getting a little speedier with it, which is great. I really want them to target horses that can't even wear the jumping saddle pad to get those retrofit, because there's so many nicer options now that came out after the jumping saddle pad. They're my favorite saddle pads in the game, and my favorite horses can't wear them. And I know obviously they don't make the game for me, but I feel like I'm not alone in the feeling that I would like them to focus on horses that can't wear as much first. But I guess so long as they all get done, does it really matter when? Now, the other thing that I want to talk about for this week is that there's going to be another Bazaar. When I originally saw that, my thought was, this is too many Bazaars too close together. We're going to have 3 in a 5-week period, which is bonkers. I understand why this Bazaar and the first one are happening. The first one on the 5th is going to be our monthly Bazaar for November. And the last one on the 26th is going to be specifically for the horses that are being retrofit, so that you can get the freshly retrofit horses on sale. Though, I guess confirmation that we know that the Arabian, the Morgan, and the Frisian will all go on sale. So the Frisian is having its time to actually go on sale. So like I had mentioned earlier, I would like the Frisian to go on sale. They are going on sale, just later in the month. I still don't like that there are 3 Bazaars this close together, but I guess I just don't have to buy the horses. Especially when we know that there's a new horse coming out on the 2nd week, and then 2 more probably limited edition horses coming the week after that. So it's going to be a heavy Starcoin month if you like to collect horses. And finally, on the last week of this roadmap, on December 3rd, the Stampeding Stars. Get to know the Western-based riding club that has their home on Starshine Ranch. They want to bring in new members, and it seems everyone who sticks their nose on the ranch is at risk of being dragged into their adventures. Even Josh seems to be at risk. Besides this fun little questline, the Bazaar... Are you joking? What did I just say? The Bazaar is visiting this week. So it's going to be 4 Bazaars in 6 weeks. Huh? That doesn't make... Okay. Again, I understand why they're doing a Bazaar on this particular week. This is going to be December's monthly Bazaar, because come the next week, that would be December 8th? No, 10th. That's probably going to be when the Winter Festival starts, so they're not going to do a Bazaar then, I guess, until technically the last week in January. Oh man, I don't know. It's a lot of Bazaars. It's a lot of Bazaars really close together. I'm not a big fan of that. While the sales are good, I feel like the Bazaars encourage people to spend star coins on things they maybe don't want. However, knowing there is so many Bazaars, maybe this will also kind of give you a little sense of ease to be like, hey, I didn't want anything in this Bazaar, but I do know another Bazaar is coming, that maybe there's another horse that I want there, and I won't spend my star coins this week until next week. I don't know. That's my only, positive, I guess. And also, obviously, if there's a horse you've been, dying to go on sale, you've obviously now got 4 chances, or 3, I guess, since we know what one of them is, and if that's not the ones you want, then that's not the ones you want. There's lots of chances now for a horse that you could potentially want to buy anyway to already be going on sale sometime in the next 6 weeks. And I am counting the one that happened this past Wednesday. But on the positive for that week, it looks like we are getting another Jorvik riding club, which is pretty cool. So it's going to be a Western-based club. Since we have both the Bobcats and the Bulldogs, I believe specializing in English riding, you have the Flying Foxes, which are essentially like a hangout club. And now we're going to get a Western-based riding club in Starshine Ranch. So that'll be cute to fill out the world with some more riding factions and just more NPCs. I'm curious if Beatrice is going to be a part of 2 teams, both the Bobcats and this new Western one, because obviously Beatrice is the Bobcats Western rider. But we will find out more of that storyline on December 3rd. So that is it for this roadmap. There's honestly a lot of really hard-hitting things. Again, I'm still super excited for the new Trailblazer track. I'm excited to see what outfits come out of it. I'm excited for the Black Forest horse. I'm obviously excited for H&M All In. I think that this particular event is very front-loaded for me. I think by the time the end of the roadmap happens, I will be very much looking forward to the winter event. But lots of opportunities to buy horses, both new, returning, and discounted. Let me know which horse you are most hoping to be on Bazaar in the staggering amount that we have in this roadmap. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update and more, and I will see you all in next week's video. Bye!